Good Erev Yontiv. We are now going to give a Yontiv Shir, Erev Rosh Hashana, and we're on Torah Anytime and Kol Haloshen at the same time, on the telephone and on the video, Torah Anytime, and Kol Haloshen on, not a parsha, this is Moti Shabbos. So in less than 24 hours is Rosh Hashana. So we're going to talk about Rosh Hashana and about the shofar. And let us discuss the following thing. Where does it say in the Torah that you have to... Where does it say in the Torah that Rosh Hashana is the first day of the year? Nowhere. Where does it say on the shofar and the Torah that you have to blow a tekios? Nowhere. Let me discuss this idea. Why is it that when we describe the shofar sound, we say Yom Teruah Yilachem, a day of Teruah, B'chodesh Hashvi in the 7th month, B'echel HaChodesh in the first day of the month, Yom Teruah, a day of a Teruah, a blast, shall be to you. And then it says, and Tehillim Pei Tes Pasuk Yud Zayin, Tes Zayin, Ashrei Ha'am Yodei Teruah. Happy, fortunate is the nation that knows a Teruah. And then it says 5 times in the Chumash, 6 times in the Chumash about Teruah, and never about the Kiyah. Here, Teruah. It says in the Torah, Zichron Teruah Mikre Kodesh in Vayikra. Yevarto shofar Teruah in Vayikra. Zakartem Teruah. You should blow a Teruah. V'nosa hamachnos, and the camps will come move. Zakartem Teruah Shenis. Blow another Teruah. Teruah Yizko Lamasein. They should blow Teruahs when they move and reform, get into formation. Yom Teruah Yilachem in Bamidbar. And then it says about how many more times? 29 times in Tanakh about Teruah. What's wrong with the Tekiah? Why it doesn't say a day of Tekiah. And then it says in Tehillim, Ashrei Ha'am Yodei Asruah. Tekiah is not important. Correct, not important. What we say we blow Tekiyas, I know, but the Torah doesn't say it anywhere that you blow Tekiyas. Forms of Tekiyah, by Yisku they blew, but never say they blow to blow. There's no mitzvah to blow a Tekiyah. You know, there's a pasuk, shofar godol yitoka. There will be when Mashiach comes. You talk up a shofar gadol. They're going to blow in this big shofar. Oh, kol demamo dako yishomeya, and a very faint, thin voice will be heard. We got to turn that on. You see how late it is already. The light went out. Says a kol v'yomahu here v'yomahu. You talk of a shofar gadol. You'll blow a big shofar. When Mashiach comes to unite the whole world. The kol demomadaki talk, and you'll hear a very faint sound. It's a big shofar. Why have a faint sound? And before we answer all these questions, I want to tell you something that'll put this all together. A big shofar with a little sound. Yom Teruah instead of Yom Tekiah. And when you have a tzaddik walking in the street, you have somebody on his right and somebody on the left. The Teruahs, the tzaddik's in the middle, like the Teruah between 2 Tekiyahs. To answer all these questions, what is this Teruah? You have to go to make Erev Rosh Hashana, mention my father, Sefer Mayim Beis Sheva, Dechet Tzadik L'Brocha. He says on Musaf on Rosh Hashana, You explode the 30 tekiyas before Shemona Esrei was called tekiyas miyushab, because in the time of the Gemara they all used to sit. They were so confident Hashem would give them a good year, that confused the Satan. Why are they sitting? Aren't they worried? No! Why should you? You had a whole month of Elul. A month of Elul where you turned your life upside down and did tshuva for every Aveira. After 30 days, you put in your best efforts. They were sure that it would come out right. They didn't have to stand. They were not worried. It was called Tkiyas the Miyushav. Everybody was sitting. And they were highly confident that Hashem would give them a good year. Now, we're not on that madrig. We have to stand on the Tkiyas the Miyushav. There are 30 Tkiyas. That's all you have to hear. And if you're in Shul, for Chazor Sashatz, there's a minute to blow more. Up to 100, but you only have to hear 30. So in the Musaf, when they repeat the Shemona Esrei, they, in Musaf, which is the only Yom Tov that has 9 brachas, all the other Yom Tovim have 7, including Shabbos, has 7, 3 in the beginning, 3 at the end, and 1 in the middle. And Yom Tov has that too, 1 in the middle, except Rosh Hashana, both days, they have 9 brachas, 3 and 3 in the middle. Malchios, Zechronos, and Shofars. From Malchios, they bring down 10 Pesukim. And Zechronos, for 10, and Shofars 10, 30 Pesukim equal to 30 Kodos, you heard at the beginning. What is those first 10 Pesukim of Malchios? Well, the first 3 of Malchios, Zechronos, and Shofars, the first 3 is always, in the 3 categories, always Torah. Always quotation from Torah. Malchios, you remember Hashem is a Melech and bring from Torah. Then you bring 3 Pesukim from Kesuvim, about Malchios. Then you bring 3 Pesukim from Nevi'im, about Malchios. And then you end off with 1 with Torah, so you have 10. You do that for Malchus, Zechonos, and Shofar. The $64,000 question is, why do you have that order, Torah, Kesuvim, Nevi'im? Why don't you go in the normal order, Torah, Nevi'im, Kesuvim? Tanakh, right? Torah is higher than Nevi'im, and Nevi'im is higher than Kesuvim. Because Torah is Nevuah, and Nevi'im is Nevuah, and Kesuvim is not. It's Ruach HaKodesh. Tehillim is all Ruach HaKodesh, and Mishlei, and Ezra Nehemiah, the 11 books and the 5 Megillas plus the other 6. That's Kesuvim. That's not Nevuah. You know what Nevuah is in the Chumash? Yom Hashem al Moshe, Yom Hashem al Avram, Yom Hashem al Yaakov. That's called Nevuah. You know what Nevi'im is? Ko Amar Hashem to Yechezkel, Yeshaya, Yirmiyah. That's called, Hashem is talking to you. In the middle, Kesuvim, never in Tehillim, nowhere will you find Hashem speaks to anybody. David speaks to Hashem, and all the Nevi'im talk to Hashem, but you never hear by Yom Hashem, or Kol Amar Hashem. Torah, Kesuvim, and Nevi'im is like Tekiah, Teruah, Tekiah, my father's word. Hashem is calling man, from a shofar. Man, do tshuva. You talk a shofar, people don't tremble when they hear it. Then man breaks down, he cries, shvorim, he's crying, he's doing saying al chet, not on Rosh Hashana, but he is crying and doing tshuva. Hashem blows another tekiah, that's like the Nevi'im at the end. I accept your tshuva. The tekiah is, Hashem is calling you. Like the 3 Pesukim of the Torah, Vayom Hashem, Moshe, Vayom Hashem. The middle 3 Pesukim, man calls God, Truah, Shvarim, a broken person. I want to do tshuva, become a better person. That's Kesuvim. Man talks to God, not the other way around. And then we have another tekiah at the end. That is, a man calls you. That's Nevi'im, that says Kol Amar Hashem. That is the second tekiah. That, means God calls you, I accept your tshuva. Now we answer all the questions. There'll be a big shofar gadol, a very thin little voice. That's your conscience. That's your Yetzer HaTov deciding to become a good person again. The kol demoma dako yishoma. A little thin voice of a man who wants to go back, a woman, a person who wants to go back and be a tzaddik. That's the kol demoma dako yi. Some people learn Torah the whole life, never hear the voice of Hashem at all. Some people hear him every day of their life when they walk out in the street, look at nature. Some people never hear Hashem's voice, never. Only learn the Torah Gemara, but they don't hear the voice. They don't hear it. If they would hear it, they would be a different kind of person. They would daven slower, talk nicer to people, greet everybody, be happy, never complain, don't look down at anybody, you would hear the voice of Hashem. There's many tzaddikim in the world who hear because they have a kol d'momadako. So that takes care of that posting. Who one day, could be this year, tomorrow, tonight. It'll be a big shofar. Shana is a big shofar. Kol shofar, I talk about shofar, and Hashem hears that little voice. Same thing with here. It says, in the Torah says, Ashrei ha'am yodeya sruah. Fortunate. It's not me. It doesn't mean happy. Ashrei is not happy. Simcha is happy. Ashrei means esher, a footstep. Forward progresses. Forward strides the man in Hirsch's Tehillim. Forward strides. You're a progressive person if you advance constantly. Ashrei means esher, a footstep. You are very advanced. Ashrei, fortunate are you, the nation. Ashrei ha'am yodeya tshuva. They know how to do tshuva. That's the tshuva. Hashem, they walk in your footsteps and they will walk in your light. Or b'chodesh hashvi'i, which is Rosh Hashana, b'chodesh hashvi'i, b'echel chodesh, yom teruah. When you're going to do tshuva, that's the day for you. Zichron teruah mikra kodesh. Havarta shofar teruah. The word tekiah is never found in the word tekiah in that form ever in the Torah. Hashem calls you every day. When are you going to answer Him? That's the Shmama, called Shmama Daki Yitoka. That's the Ashrei Am Yodei Asruah. They know how to cry out to Hashem. Rabbi Yosef, that's a little vard I want to tell you. Then I want to tell you something else. You know, we're living in a very, very dangerous time. Some people don't realize it. They're happy with their fancy cars and have a nice parnasa. They don't realize that millions of Jews are in instant sakana from some evil forces that want to destroy them, and it doesn't take more than 5 seconds. Utso eitzo v'sufor. We say that every day. Some people say after Aleinu. Utso eitzo v'sufor. They give eitzes, they plan. Dabru davar. They speak words, but they'll come and they'll never come. Ki imanu kel, God is with us. Dabru yochum ki imanu at ziknu anihu. I'm with you in old age. When you get older, anihu, I am with you. It can make all the plans in the world. Any man can get elected as President of the United States. Yeah. You should vote for a more decent person who has the country in mind, not himself. Not a person who's a liberal, permits everything that a guy is not allowed to do even. You have to vote for the party that's more conservative, more Sheva Mitzvah than they know. And makes a difference really who gets in. You know why? Leiv Melachim V'Sorah B'Yad Hashem. Leiv Melachim, you have free choice, you and me. King does not have free choice. A leader, a president, a dictator has no free choice. Leiv Melachim V'Sorah B'Yad Hashem, you have free choice. His decision who determines the fate of millions, he does not have free choice. Leiv Melachim V'Sorah B'Yad Hashem. His heart is in the hands of God. Hashem will use him, manipulate him. He could be the biggest anti-Israel, anti-Jew. The last minute he'll do something. We've seen it the last 50 years in America. Leiv Melachim V'Sorah B'Yad Hashem. The heart of kings is that Hashem saying he has no free choice. So what's the difference? But you as a decent person have to vote for a man that's a decent person, that's anti-everything that's mushchas. I don't have to tell you. Mushchas. Vote for a party. It makes a difference to the person that is more conservative, more pro-Shem Mitzvah than Noach. If you don't, you're helping corrupt the world. And whoever gets in, Hashem will control him. Don't worry about that. Tavshin Ayin Gimel maybe will be the Geula. How does a person say tomorrow afternoon before Rosh Hashana, 5 minutes before, in Mincha, Baruch Eloheinu L'Shana Zos, be blessed this year. This year, it's only have 5 minutes left. And how does he say Moshe Yom Kippur? The first word after the blow, the shofar, Hu Rachum Yichaper Ovon. Ovon? What kind of oven did you do in 1 minute? And then you say, Slach Don Hichaton Machenik Mishon. What? Where did you do in 1 to 2 minutes? Let me tell you. Baruch Eloheinu L'Shana Zos. I may have invested or tried something 6 months ago that is, because of that, it will work in 2 weeks from now, or a month from now. Baruch Aleinu, as Hashem goes, what efforts I put in this last year, let it come in fruition now in the next year. That's what it means. That's why you can say it. And when you say, who rachim after Yom Kippur, well, Chaber Ovo, you did an Ovo in the last 2 minutes? You still got your talis on. Slach lana v'chichatanu, we did a chet. So they want to answer that like this. Maybe during Nila you were thinking about the food. Or maybe during Yom Kippur you really didn't do that tremendous, complete tshuva. You ask Hashem, I blew it, please, I meant well, I didn't make such a commitment, I'm sorry, maybe now I'll make up my mind, I'll do now. So you're doing tshuva for not doing a complete tshuva. And you say hurachim, shlach lo nekichaton, for not doing a complete tshuva. You still have a chance. Hashem leaves the door open for people all the time. And the third idea I want to say is like this. It says in this week's parsha, one we just read, on Shabbos Mitzvah, it says there, the Torah is not beyond your intellect. It's not too wondrous. It's not a pella. It's not a mechusa covered. It's an average intelligent person can even understand the Torah. Lo nifleisi mikam. It's not too marvelous for you. For you not, but for the goyim it is. Goy should understand that if you have 2 Eidim and Hasra, you do an Aveir within 2 seconds that he warns you, they can stoned you to death. Because you walked out on Shabbos with carrying something, and if it's a real Shus or Rabbim, which most places are not, they're Kabbalists, you walk from a Shus or Rabbim, and 2 Eidim told you not to carry, and it's one of Lamentes Malachos, and they warn you, you did it within 2 seconds, you know they can stone you to death, skill. A guy doesn't understand that. Or in Shabbos when you're eating the watermelon and you pull out the seed before you eat the watermelon, but rare. You were warned before. One to Lamentes Malachos. You get stoned to death for that. A guy doesn't understand that. Or a person has shot in his jacket, he just discovers it right in the middle of the street, you got to take it off. But he's more worried about doing Inisa Deraisa. A guy doesn't understand that. The Torah is not too marvelous for you. Beficha, it's in your mouth. It's genetic to a Jew. It's intuitive. Beficha over levavcha, it's in your heart. It's intellectually, it's rational, it makes sense. And beficha is genetic. And then the pasuk continues. If we had a man, later generations, if we had a man like Moshe Rabbeinu, maybe we'd be a firmer Jew. Mi ya'alelonu hashamayim of yikacha. Who's going to go up to heaven and yikachel and take it again, bring it down to heaven and inspire us like Moshe did? So the Gemara says that means into Moshe. Mi ya'alelonu hashamayim. Those 4 words. Mi ya'alelonu hashamayim. Who's going to go up in heaven and take it again and give us inspiration like Moshe? So the Gemara says it's Moshe. Now the Baal Surim says, yeah, maybe we can find the name Moshe in there too. And typically like the Baal Turim, this Rishon with Ruach HaKodesh. He says, sure you can. Mi Ya'alelonu Hashemayim. Mem, the first letter, word of Mi is from Moshe, Mem. And the first letter of the 4th word, Mi Ya'alelonu Hashemayim, Hey, it's Hey, right? Where do you get the Shin in the middle? Ya'alelonu, Yud Lamed, 10, 30, multiply them. What did you get? 300. Shin. That's a Baal Turim. Wow. Every single thing, every medrash is built into the Torah in the multi-layered depths of Torah Shabbat Shebiksav. It's all the Torah Shabbat Peh. That's why the Mayan says, he who doesn't hear the Kol Hashem, the voice of Hashem, written in this Torah, but you can't write a voice. He says, yes, you can. Inside all these letters and words and tropes and gematrias and Rosh Hashana and everything, it's written all the Ramazim, the Kol, the voice, this secondary information, Torah Shabbat Peh is written in the Torah. If you knew how to darshan, the 28 ways how you learn Aleph Beis, backwards and forward, At Bash, Ad Bash Gar Dak Hatzvav, the first or last letter. This is 1. This is 400. Sometimes the Aleph is 400. and Bash Bay, sometimes the bays are 300. And then backwards Aleph Bays, Tashrak, and Rosh Hashanah, and Sof Tevas, and letters that are in between letters. There's many ways to learn it. So the depths of the Torah, the whole Torah is written in the Torah. Then I'm going to tell you last thought. Rabbi Moshe Wolfson, Rosh Hashiva and Torah V'das, said something 10 years ago. Someone told me, and I hope it's him, but it's a fabulous word. These three seders that we read now, doing Elul and into Tishrei, Nitzovim Vayelech Hazinu, Nitzovim Vayelech, very short. Nitzovim only has 40 psukim, but next week Vayelech has 30 psukim, and Hazinu has 52 psukim, very, very little. Some seders have 120. He said like this: it represents the periods of tshuva for different levels of people. Average, tzaddikim, and rishoyim. Average people, they take a whole month of Elul, plus in 10 days to Yom Kippur. That's 40 days. That's why Nitzavim has 40 Pesukim. That represents the average person, which is most people. Now, the Gemara says, Bain in the average, come on, like who? So it says, I'll give you two examples, like Moshe Rabbeinu and David HaMelech. Moshe Rabbeinu and David HaMelech. They thought of themselves as Bain in him. We know they're the greatest people that ever lived. They know they're not tzaddikim, they are Rishoyim, and they think they're not tzaddikim, they think. They are in their own mind a Bainani. A great man always thinks he's not too good. So the Bainani waits, he has 40 days. Moshe Rabbeinu, David HaMelech, and 2 minutes there, tzaddikim gemurim. But the average person has from Rosh Chodesh Elul to the 10 days, and then Yom Kippur is again the beginning of a new year. Because the books, there were 3 books open before Rosh Hashana, for the Tzaddikim, Bain, and Rishoyim, but by Yom Kippur, it's either or, Tzaddik or Rosh, no more Bain, and if you didn't take the chance of the 10 days that says made Tshuva, you're not going to be, it's either or. So you only have 2 books open, Rosh Hashana, Tzaddikim or Rishoyim. So that's for the Bain. Now comes the Tzaddikim. That's just the month of Elul. That's next week's Seder. Vayelech, 30 Pesukim. And you only have 30 days for Rosh Chodesh Elul. Then come for Rishoyim who do it the last second. Hazinu. That's the month of Elul. 10 days into Tishrei, which is now 40. 4 days till Sukkot, 44. The 7th day of Sukkot is Shana Rabbah, 52. The last day, Yom Hadin for Rishoyim is Hoshana Rabbah. That's why we beat our robbers on the ground. We beat the robbers that represents Rishoyim. Beat them into Gehenna. In 1946, they hung the 10 Nazis on Rosh Hashana. 1946, on Rosh Hashana. They didn't know it, the Allies, but it came out in Rosh Hashana. They had it finished in August, and they delayed it, and retrial. Finally, they decided, the Allies, to hang by the neck these 10 on Rosh Hashana. As Yom, and the Gemara says, Yom Adin Rishoyim. So these people, they do tshuva maybe right before the last second, so that's the Hazinu. There, 52 Pesukim. Now, of course, as you are listening to me or viewing me on Torah anytime if your brain is working, if you're not asleep, you'll say, aha, what about the last Parsha? Zos HaBrocha? That has 41 Pesukim. How does that fit in? Says Rabbi Moshe Wolfson, it doesn't fit in. It's not part of the whole calculation, 40, 30, 52. It doesn't fit in at all. It's not part of the equation. How can you eliminate it? Genius. Yes, we can. You know why? It's the only Seder in the Torah which is never read on a Shabbos. So because Torah is not Shabbos. That takes care of that. Wow. Okay, Rabbi Chaim, we wish you a Shana Tova U'Masuka. We wish you a Kesiva V'Chasima Tova. We want you to have the best year ever. You want a good year from Hashem. You have to make a good year by you. You want a good year from Hashem. You have to make a good year by you. You have to do tshuva and try to be a little better. If you do your part, Hashem will give you His part. Zay Gesund, a good Gemensch Yar.